Hello, lovelies. Okay, so I've been putting this off a little bit. I need to update my pathology results for my biopsy, which unfortunately came back as more breast cancer. So invasive ductal carcinoma, okay? 2 lumps they biopsied, both cancer, both hormone positive, and finally the secondary test results came back and finally defined it HER2 negative. Was kind of hoping for HER2 positive because then you can do this very precise, direct treatment on it. It's like very targeted treatment that you can use, that they have for HER2 positive. HER2 positive is not good because it is more aggressive, it is more likely to metastasize, but they do have very targeted therapies that isn't chemo that is better or can be better overall to treat the cancer. But it did, the FISH came back. So originally it came back HER2 equivocal, which was a 2+, and then they have to do a secondary test called FISH, F-I-S-H, and then it did come back negative. So I found that out from my oncologist today. I actually found out last Monday, so today is Friday the 25th of January, and I found out on Monday that by looking at my own charts that it indeed was breast cancer. So I've just been waiting all week to see the oncologist and to see like kind of what the next steps are, and then waiting for the secondary test results to come back for the HER2. Anyway, so I've decided to, do I have it here? And I have a little, I get to start taking, I'm going to bite the bullet. This is non-conventional. That is, can you see? Tamoxifen. So I'm going to take tamoxifen. I actually have my first little pill right here. Decided to document this little pill. I don't know if I can get the camera to focus on it. Here we go. This is not live, but I mean, this is like the real deal. I'm taking it for the first time actually right now. I'm a little nervous. Because, you know, the side effects include blood clots, stroke, and uterine cancer. Those are the top 3 worst side effects of tamoxifen. It says it right there in the paperwork. When I asked my oncologist today what I could expect for side effects, she said, you might get hot flashes. Some people don't notice anything. The end. Then the paperwork comes home, and I've already done my research on tamoxifen, which is why I haven't taken it yet. And, you know, it says all the lovely things like uterine cancer and blood clotting and all those things. But that's not going to happen with me. Positive mindset. I don't even want to read about the side effects because I don't even want it to get into my head that can happen. I hate that. Sorry, I don't really have like a selfie stick and it's like super close up. You can see my super rad shirt that says Seattle is for lovers, which is super cool. I got that a few years back. Anyways, I love Seattle, by the way. I grew up there and don't currently live there. I live in Tacoma, which is like 35 miles south of Seattle. Anyways, tangent. Oh man, I have just been totally overwhelmed with like emotion, and my brain has been spinning on what to do next. You know, I've been taking Rick Simpson oil. I haven't posted the videos. I was working on a RSO diary documenting my journey taking cannabis oil, and I'm about 80, maybe it might be 90 days in, but I'm not quite at 60 grams yet, which is the standard protocol is 60 grams in 90 days. And I was able to, for the last like 60 days, no, even more than that, probably 70 plus. As soon as I figured out you could do a suppository, actually just take a gram of RSO rectally every single night. Every single night. I've missed a few nights if I don't have any, if I can't get to a dispensary, if they don't have the right kind. I'm trying not to do anything with pesticides or any carcinogens that is going to like increase any problems in my body. And it's kind of hard, even in Washington State where it's legal. And I have like literally 2 dispensaries less than a mile away from my house I can walk to and get cannabis. It's hard to find good quality RSO, and that's part of the problem with like it becoming recreational, whatever. But I did some consulting with some experts in the field, and I am not getting high enough concentration of the THC that I need and all the total cannabinoids. So I have some connections, and I'm getting some new stuff. And unfortunately, because my breast cancer is a grade 3, the score is an 8, and the highest is you can score is a 9. So it's an aggressive little bugger. And so far what I'm doing isn't working. And I admit I have not taken my diet to the level it needs to be. It was the holidays, and I ate sugar and I drank alcohol, and I just lived my life like I was cancer free. I just decided that I was cancer free. Like, oh, I had surgery. I had a lumpectomy. I had all my lymph nodes removed right under this arm. So I'm good, right? I could just live cancer free. And, well, it caught up with me. I found 2 new lumps right here. You can see, so here's my lumpectomy scar. And right here where you can see a little bit of bruising. This is where they went in with the needle, and this is where the new tumors are, right there. And then there's a lymph node that's suspicious right over here that they couldn't biopsy because it's too close to the pectoralis muscle here. And so I need to get a PET scan. I'm having another surgical consult, and the oncologist asked me today if I wanted to have a lumpectomy or mastectomy, and I'm just like, no mastectomy. No. I'm not there. I know some women just go for it and they do it, and I'm not in that place. I know you might think I'm crazy, but I'd rather have my breast and deal with it coming back. I figure if it's going to come back anywhere, come back on my breast, right? Nobody dies of breast cancer. They die when the breast cancer goes someplace else. So, or they die of the treatments because it makes them so sick. And, you know, I don't want it to go someplace else. If it comes back, I want it to go to my breasts. Okay? I want it to go there. Give it a place to go. The survival rate only increases by 1 or 2% anyway, so I'm leaving my boobies, guys. And, you know, judge me if you want. Just keep it to yourself. Don't post nasty comments, because it's already hard enough being a cancer patient. And no, I haven't gone through chemo or anything yet, and now I have to consider it. But I'm going to keep on the cannabis because I truly believe that it helps kill the cancer. And, you know, I might just go ahead and try some chemo and see how I do. You know, I think the biggest things I'm afraid of is like permanent damage that I can't reverse with like diet and exercise and all of the great things I'm doing for my body right now. I feel so good. That's the crazy part. I feel better than ever. I feel better than ever. So it's like blows my mind that I have cancer right now. It blows my mind. It was really hard to tell my kids this time. You know, thankfully my kids are older. You know, maybe sometimes it's better when they're younger and they don't understand. And maybe it's harder when they're older because they overthink it and they think about it a lot. But I'm able to just talk with them and get real, and they take good care of themselves. So, you know, if I have to be kind of down and out for a while, that they're going to be okay. You know, my oldest is 18 and graduated from high school, and he works, and my middle son is in 8th grade, and my baby is 11 in 5th grade. And I was able to tell them each individually this time, and kind of have some time to let them ask questions and get their worries out. But, you know, I kind of just act like all is well, like, because I feel like all is well, and I know it's going to be well. The thing behind getting chemotherapy is that you really go into this place of being a cancer patient, looking and feeling like a cancer patient, because you kind of can get sickly looking, and things can happen with your body as your healthy cells are killed off. And of course, one of the things, losing your hair. I still have hair. I'm wearing a hat right now, but I still have all my hair, and I'm gonna try cold capping for chemo if I do it. And not because I'm vain or anything like that. I just, you know, mostly for my kids. I don't want them to see me as sick. I don't want them to see me as unwell. I just want them to see me as mom. Just regular old goofy mom, you know? And, let me have it on. It's kind of chilly. What can I say? I'm going to document my tamoxifen journey, okay? How I feel. And, you know, I hope I don't have to deal with hot flashes or anything, but, you know, if I do, whatevs. I can deal with that. I just don't want to deal with anything really scary. Okay? I don't want to fix something and break something else. Does that make sense? It's kind of like what all these drugs are that we take. And I've never taken really like drugs. I don't even like taking Tylenol or ibuprofen, but you know, I do. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or above it. I'm just, you know, I want to give my body whatever it needs to heal, whatever that means. And then take things when it's necessary. Like you have surgery and you take pain medication, you know. I have cancer, so it's estrogen driven. So I have been on an estrogen blocker. I've been taking DIM, and it is working in the ways that I can tell my cycles are way lighter than they were before. Okay. I have horrible, heavy bleeding cycles. They're way lighter. My breasts don't get sore. I know it's working in that way, but it's obviously not enough to slow it down. And in the meantime, I need to do that since it has returned. And I just want to be open-minded and be willing to change direction or just tweak it a little bit. And that's what I'm doing. So that's it. That's me. This is like raw and real. And, you know, if you're going through this right now, if you found this video, maybe you are being faced with taking tamoxifen. Maybe you're already taking it. You're dealing with breast cancer. Maybe it's a new diagnosis. Maybe it's a recurrence like this is right now. Mine's kind of both. It's like new and recurrence because, you know, I found out 6 months ago. I had surgery 5 months ago and it's already come back. So I have a recurrence 5 months after surgery and it's back. And I've got to get this other lymph node checked out. I'm going to get another PET scan. Fingers crossed insurance accepts it. Otherwise, I've got to have a CT and a bone scan. And I still have to put my videos out on my experience with those. I got really itchy. I'm curious about other people's side effects with those. My skin got crawly itchy where like for 2 or 3 nights, I just couldn't stop scratching my whole entire body. Anyway, now I'm thinking about it, I'm getting all itchy. Oh, lovely people. Lovely, beautiful woman, if you're watching this. You cannot give up this hope. There's hope. And you can be well and you can heal yourself. And I've been fasting 20 to 24 hours a day this entire week, just starving the cancer as much as possible. And then when I eat, just eating really, really low carbs and whole foods as much as insanely possible. I have my cravings. I went out with a girlfriend tonight. I treated her for happy hour. We had pretty good food. We had Brussels sprouts. We had this amazing beet salad with arugula and grapes and oranges, and it was awesome. But we also did split a delicious burger, and I had bread, and it was so good. Because you got to keep living, right? Oh, it's this balance. I know that I need to go a little more hardcore, which is why I'm doing the fasting. Anyway, I could ramble on forever because there's a million things on my mind. If there's a million things on your mind, this is a place you can just get them out with no judgment. Besides the other YouTubers out there who are trolls and hating on other people, no heading from this gal. All love, all support, and I'm on your side. So, from this mama to you, peace, love, and hair grease, and healthy boobies. Take care of yourself, guys. And I will definitely keep you posted on how the tamoxifen makes me feel and what I decide to do next with chemotherapy or not. And I'm going to be continuing my RSO, Rick Simpson oil, cannabis oil diary. And I will be putting that out. And I have made it myself. And I want to post that video. And I am going to just keep, I don't want to say fighting, because I feel like I'm not fighting. It's more like healing, okay? Mind, body, and soul healing. That's what it's about. It's deeper than physical. Look at all the people who drink and smoke their whole lives and never get cancer. I've been this like hippie granola crunchy mama for like 18 years or more. I've been eating organic since I was 23 years old and I'm 41, okay? And I got cancer. It's not always very cut and dry. It's not always clear. It's a mystery sometimes. And so all we can do is just look within and do everything that we know is best for us, for you. Cut out the toxic in your life, whatever it is, whether it's people, food, drugs, alcohol, substances that control you, anything that doesn't make you feel alive, happy, and well. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. All right, I'm out. Peace.